Yeah, I think Israel should keep bombing Lebanon because Lebanon has terrorists in it. They have Hezbollah in it, and again, they're firing rockets into Israel. They are. They're firing rockets into. I hope he kills every single fucking one of the Hezbollah members in Lebanon.
I thought you didn't want to talk about it. Thought it didn't matter. Thought you only cared about America, and now he's telling. It's strange. Like you're in a room in America telling Israel to bomb Lebanon. It's so strange to me. I want people to remember this stuff. I like Asmongold. He got this completely wrong. Look at the difference between Trump's rhetoric now and Asmongold's. Is he going to backtrack? Is he going to shift? Is he going to betray Trump?
Netanyahu informed Trump that Israel will not pull IDF forces from Lebanon and does not consider itself bound by the Lebanon clause in the U.S.-Iran agreement. Okay, you know what? The thing is, this has always been my stance on this. You can never negotiate with these fucks. You just go in there, you bomb the shit out of them, and you leave them.
So I like Asmongold, but look, he is literally agreeing more with the Prime Minister of Israel than the President of America. He is more far right. He is more of a war hawk than Trump, who I haven't seen him disagree with Trump yet. Now he does. Now there's a separation. Trump's saying Bibi's going too far. Israel's going too far. Asmongold agrees with Bibi and says keep going. But Trump, there's a separation.
They want to kill each other afterwards. Go ahead. Be my guest. But the amount of why are we trying to micromanage Israel? Yeah, why are we doing this, Bibi? Yeah, I think he should keep bombing.
Well, why are they trying to micromanage us? Also, I thought that he had Israel derangement syndrome. Last time, a couple streams ago, he said he doesn't want to talk about Israel anymore. It's all conspiracy. It's all slop. He didn't want to hear about it. Now he has strong opinions. He's saying, why do we try to micromanage? Well, they have the strongest lobby in America. According to Trump, the Jewish lobby is the strongest one. AIPAC just rigged an election in Kentucky, a primary for a congressman. They rigged it against Thomas Massey. Clearly, they have influence here. Clearly, they micromanage everything we do.
Now, by the way, I think Israel should keep bombing Lebanon because Lebanon has terrorists in it. They have Hezbollah in it, and again, they're firing rockets into Israel. They are. They're firing rockets into. I hope he kills every single fucking one of the Hezbollah members in Lebanon.
Whoops. I wonder what he's going to say now.
Every single fucking one. And only then will the people there have peace.
It's very dark. It is dark. I mean, I like him, but it's the example of somebody who I don't think he really goes outside that much. I saw him talking about he doesn't have a wife. He's 36 and all he does on the weekends is wash his car. It's like you play video games and then encourage war. It's interesting how the internet is now, where people that stream all day and play video games are the ones pushing for war the most, that they're not going to join. They're not going to fight. The people that want to go to war don't go outside. Isn't that insane? That these are the people that want more, regime change and want more bombs and want entire suburbs destroyed?
That's good. Yeah, and never negotiate with terrorists. Exactly. Lebanon's a semi-Western country. It is. It's disappointing that they're being taken over by these freaks. So, yeah.
How are they being taken over by Hezbollah? Where's the evidence of that?
That's it. Remember the pager attacks? I do. AIPAC funded. Right. Yeah, and again, it's Israel. Israel's so bad. These people are trying to blow you up too, bro. That's it. And we can't have Lebanon looking like Gaza by the end of this, though. That's not my problem. What they do over in the Middle East, whatever they want to blow up, whatever they don't want to blow up, it's not my fucking problem. I don't care. I just don't want to have any terrorists. That's it. That's the only thing that affects me as an American. There are no terror cells in the Middle East. Everything else is secondary to that. So that's the goal. That's what matters.
All right. I thought you didn't want to talk about it. Thought it didn't matter. Thought you only cared about America. And now he's telling. It's strange. You're in a room in America telling Israel to bomb Lebanon. It's so strange to me. It's so strange. Because Trump is saying that it's a crime.
I mean, you have people living there. Buildings are being dropped on top of them or right alongside of them. How would you like to live there? It's so unfair, especially Beirut. You go into Beirut, and I looked at the scene 2 days ago, yesterday, where they hit. That was a big hit. That was unnecessary in my book. Yeah, please. Do it. I mean, you have people living there. Buildings are being dropped on top of them.
Yeah. And I saw there's some pushback from Hassan. They've been going back and forth, and it seems like their rift is expanding a bit.
That the working class is experiencing. Because at the end of the day, the working class is the biggest base of support. That's just the reality. And all matter of culture wars and culture war narratives and arguments actually try to divide, and successfully, unfortunately, do divide the working class. So we need to get...
Don't ever listen to this. The culture war, he doesn't have... Listen, if you're willing to, ask somebody like Hassan what culture war issue they're willing to relent on. Are you willing to relent on having men and women's sports? Are you willing to relent and having men and women's bathrooms?
This is the issue. People that say they have Israel derangement syndrome are still talking about transgender sports and men and women's non-issues, bro. This is not important compared to what's going on. Spent $400 billion in this Iran war. The economy tanked. Oil prices are going up. This does matter. We need to talk about this. And they're still talking about 2016 culture war slop. These issues are just meant to divide. And this is like the issue with Hassan too, because what he just said here is correct. Culture war is just meant to keep people in populist movements. Yeah, transgenders are stupid. That's why the UFC White House card.
SNEAKO, how do you like Asmongold when deep down you know he is an evil POS warmonger?
Because he needs to be guided correctly. He's getting this wrong, but spreading hate and saying angry things is not going to bring people over. At the UFC White House card, the fighter Hokit, the heavyweight, he beats Derek Lewis, and afterwards he goes, "Michelle Obama's a man." Michelle Obama's a man.
Once he thinks the outside world is a COD lobby.
That's what I'm saying. It's the problem of thinking that the whole world is a video game. Put the TTS at 20. It's coming in too fast. Michelle Obama's a man. This is meant to be. Yeah, that's base. I don't like transgenders. Makes people think that they're on the right side, but these are really just divisive issues that are meant to keep people in factions and keep them away from speaking about issues that really matter. Culture war slop we need to stop putting our energy there. 100%. And good example of culture war slop. Look at Top Goy saying, a Muslim, as a Muslim, pushing the grooming gang propaganda, which is this stuff. Most of these stories that Elon keeps pushing out about the grooming gangs, they are from the 90s. And this is always pushed because they say it's the Pakistanis in the UK. It's just meant to demonize Muslims more. It's always used. These stories are used to justify more war because the war is almost always against Muslim countries. Top Goy says every newspaper in the UK is silent about the grooming gangs report. They are complicit. If I had committed 0.1% of what the grooming gangs had committed, I'd be under jail for life. You remember when he said he missed human trafficking when the Epstein files got released partially? If I did this, I miss human trafficking. And then he said his team deleted it when he was sleeping on Piers Morgan. I was sleeping. Instead, my own case is thrown out completely and I travel the world free, yet the media repeatedly attack me. They don't mention the grooming gang report ever. PSYOP and distractions. Yes, they do mention it all the time. The richest guy in the world who controls and owns X talks about it all day long, all day, every day. Absolutely and utterly. It's not this hidden subject. It's spoken about. Ben Shapiro seething.
I'm noticing that Mohammed Khalibaf, who will apparently on Friday be literally in a photo op with the Vice President of the United States. I cannot express to you how stomach-turning that is. I don't care who the Vice President is. I don't care who the President is. Leaders of the United States of America in a photo op with a mass murdering terrorist supporter like Mohammed Khalibaf shaking hands 6 months after he blew away 42,000 innocent people in the streets and weeks after his administration was firing missiles at literally all of our allies in the region and continues to support every terrorist group in the region and is currently continuing to control the Strait. Like right now, it is not fully open for business unless the Iranians have, quote unquote, decided it is. The idea here is that somehow this administration and the deal that has been cut weakens Hezbollah. I'm not seeing it so much.
Hezbollah.
I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's there. Again, we haven't seen the MOU for the 1,000th time. We haven't seen the MOU. That's not because of me. I would like to see the MOU. I think you would like to see the MOU. Hell, I think we'd all like to see the MOU. If Israel is not a party to the actual talks, which they are not, they have not been included in the talks. If Israel is not a signatory to the agreement, which they are not, how in the world could you tie Israel's hands when it comes to self-defense in Lebanon, while Hezbollah is firing rockets and drones over the border at Israeli citizens. Shall we say that this is not a popular MOU, from what I understand, in Israel? And again,
W! It's popular in America. We're happy. Some semblance of peace, our economy can bounce itself out. It's not popular in Israel. Yeah, we don't care. Good. Like, why is that a concern for us? Who cares? W's in the seeing him see, this is.
Israel, they were flying jets alongside American jets during this whole operation. Iran was firing at American soldiers during this whole operation. So playing halvesies is a bit strange. If we release funds, or if we tell our Arab Gulf state allies to release funds to Iran, it doesn't have to be American taxpayer dollars. That is us releasing money to Iran. If you unfreeze money to a terrorist group, that is in fact money going to a terrorist group. It does not have to come from American. That's sleight of hand. It's rhetorical sleight of hand. I was not under the impression that you and I would be paying taxpayer dollars to go straight to Iran. But if we press people to release money to a terror state in order for them to continue to toll the strait and to exert control whenever they feel threatened, or for them to rebuild their ballistic missile and nuclear capacities, that is a gigantic mistake. To go back.
Let's go! Let's go! Woo!
To the 5 standards of a good deal versus a bad deal. A bad deal would look like continued nuclear development. A bad deal would look like continued ballistic missile development. A bad deal would look like funding of terrorism abroad continuing. A bad deal would look like continued Iranian control over the strait and tolling of the strait. And a bad deal would look like more funding going into Iran.
Woo! Love to see that. I don't know if you guys want to hear his whole voice in the whole video. I kind of don't. But here's the fatigue. Here's the fatigue that Asmongold has about Israel.
Please look at this.
This is a few days before the MOU.
Israel, I don't want to hear about any Israel bullshit today. I don't care about it. Every single time that somebody brings up Israel, it is some retarded, brain-dead conspiracy fever dream that I don't want to hear about, okay? Like, I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I care about real problems, not some fantasy Israel derangement syndrome. I care about America, American problems, and what Israel does, who they bomb, what they do is not in my fucking best. I don't care about it.
So he doesn't care about it until they stop? Like, until Trump says, hey, there's an MOU, Bibi's going too far, Israel's going too far, then you start caring? It sounds like he just wants more. Hopefully he doesn't. I want to see the benefit of the doubt in Asmongold. But he's saying he doesn't care until there's none.
And I don't care but in a good way or a bad way. I don't want to hear about it. That's a foreign country.
So right here, a couple days before, saying it's a foreign country and he's sitting on the fence on this issue, right? He's not picking a side. Then he picks a side when there's a peace deal. You see the issue?
Get the fuck out of here. And so yes, Israel fatigue. I know. I have complete Israel fatigue.
2 days later, Bibi should nuke everything in Lebanon. Come on, bro. Come on, Asmongold.
Conspiracy theory? Sure, me.
Here's Tucker Carlson talking about it. It matches Netanyahu posed up with the head of Mossad.
Sure, me. About how we owe you something. Are you kidding? And then to the question of whether or not Israel's our ally. In what sense?
We get nothing.
If Americans die, if the nation gets poorer, if pressing problems in the United States are ignored in favor of theoretical problems, ideological problems, or Israel's problems thousands of miles away, if your average senator is more concerned about Islamic jihad than homelessness or housing prices in America, and that is true, how are they an ally? If the Israeli intelligence service had foreknowledge of 9/11, which they did, according to the American FBI, how is that an ally? You know it's coming and you don't tell us? That's what the FBI said. That's not an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. That's a provable fact because there are photographs from September 10th of Mossad operatives mocking the burning of the World Trade Centers. And you can look them up if you want. And Fox News at one point, right after 9/11, ran that package. Wouldn't do that now. The point is not to attack Israel. The point is to attack the idea that this is an ally. There's nothing allied about that. That's an opponent, a rival, a resentful, dependent nation.
Just say it. It's an enemy. Abdul Tucker! Allah Akbar! Just say it. This is who we should be at war with. They're an enemy.
And of course, that shouldn't surprise anybody. Dependency breeds resentment. People who take welfare hate the government. Adults who take money from their parents resent their parents. Like, dependency always causes resentment, and they resent us. I get it. That's our fault, not theirs, by the way. But the point is, it's all ending.
Brother Tucker! Common Tucker W. I'd love to see that. Love to see that. I saw there was more back and forth from Hassan and Asmongold. I'm actually interested if... So here's Hassan responding to Asmongold. Let's see.
A couple Asmongold takes that I wanted to look at. One was, he has now decided, on the one hand, he's like, Nick Fuentes is based, right? And that he's a funnel for Nick Fuentes. On the other hand, he keeps telling his audience that, you know, this Israel stuff is boring and silly, and no one should talk about it, and no one should consider it. I don't think he's like intelligent enough to recognize what he's doing. So I suspect that he's just seeing on his timeline, like the people that he cribs, the people that he fucking steals the talking points of, that they're also trying to navigate this space where they're like, yo, don't talk about Israel anymore, you know? Asmongold calls Hassan an invasive species, infecting the Democrat Party. You are not a Democrat. You are not helpful to the Democrats. You want to infect the Democrat policy with Middle Eastern identity politics.
You are not a Democrat. You are not helpful to the Democrats. You want to infect Democrat policy.
Yeah, with with divisive issues like that the overwhelming majority of people agree on, which is let's not give money to Israel any longer.
Yep.
Let's fix our fucking potholes at home. When Donald Trump says this shit, everybody loves it. This guy loved talking about it when Donald Trump was saying it, but when I say it, I'm saying it Islamic style, I guess. You are the enemy from within, he says. Yeah, dude, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. What am I saying? I'm saying, hey, wouldn't it be nice if we had nicer things? We have the money for it. Why is it going to fucking Israel? Why is it going to endless wars overseas? It's not just in the fucking Middle East, and Latin America too. Why are we doing all this shit? It's for a small group of people that are profiting off of this death and destruction, but it's not good for the average American. Can we please get fucking healthcare? They're trying to turn this into like, oh, it's brown coded to care about what, Israel's profound level of control over American foreign policy. That's a brownoid thing.
Yeah, they use white supremacy to get people to support Israel. That's what people don't seem to realize. It's like white supremacy is seen as a populist mechanism. It's seen as a tool for them to justify the idea of Western civilization, which really just is a funnel and goes up to Israel, right? They use whiteness. They just see it as a popular. Look at the way Howard Lutnick laughs next to Rubio and Trump. They just use that populist movement to benefit them.
We should be servile to the needs of Israel. That's what the real whites care about. Is that the argument that you're making? It's brown coded to say, hey, maybe America should get to dictate what Israel does and doesn't do, because America is the fucking superpower in this equation.
You are an invasive species into the liberal and Democrat movement and party. You seek to...
It's so funny that Asmongold is saying this when he is literally eating Donald Trump's dick and balls on a daily fucking basis. And there are liberals out there who will hear him say this and go, hey, this fucking neo-Nazi that we supposedly despise is actually really cooking up a solid take here. Guy who fucking despises your movement turns around and tells you what's best for your movement that he despises.
I'm interested to see if they ever debate, or how Asmongold is how he's gonna justify that take. Very interested to see where that goes.
It's appropriate that we release the agreement, and we did send a copy to Israel, by the way.
We sent Israel a copy of the agreement. Well, you sent them a copy, did you? You BCC'd them? We just reached the outline of a peace agreement with the country we are fighting with Israel without consulting Israel, bitch. That's exactly what that means. Shh, adults are talking. At one point, he said, you know, I just think it's just too much. I think going forward, we may leave the fight against Hezbollah to Jelani, who runs Syria. Now, Jelani, of course, is a former Al-Qaeda leader. He's just a more reasonable person. If you're looking for humane treatment of civilians, you got to go to the Al-Qaeda guy, not the Israeli prime minister. That's what the president said. It's unbelievable.
It's appropriate.
All right. So there it goes. Maybe I'll get into the Ben Shapiro video later. I can't hear his voice. I can't do it right now. I do want it. It'd be funny to do a whole segment seeing the chimp out from like Mark Levin, Tucker, from Mark Levin, Jigsaw, and Ben. We'll get to that.